I don't want to be affected by XZ chatter saying Ben said. You know, Ben said, Ben said, Ben said, Ben said every fucking 2 minutes during Gauntlet. Ben said, Ben's going in right now. You know, oh, I'm Exile's about to boss. I'm not playing the fucking event anymore. You know, so I just don't want to be affected by those things. I'm not triggered.
Wow.
What? What?
Wow. Law.
Dude, make this board with me. Let's go.
How?
All right, I have my number one thing, dude. I have my number one thing. I want to see DD nerfed. Here, I can. We can't share a board, but
I got the stream open.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can screen share. Okay. Number one thing. I think the middle feels like you know, hi, it's Chris Wilson from grinding your games. I think this time we just say nerf DD. What's
Bro,
the thing you want most?
You can't put DD nerf there. It's not getting nerfed. You're crazy.
It's getting nerfed.
It's not getting nerfed. There's no way.
Do you want to make a bet on it, like a real bet?
I'd be down.
That you're willing to take the side that DD does not get nerfed. Holy shit.
I'll take the side that the DD does not have its corpse percentage changed, and Desecrate does not have its corpse life changed. It's possible other things happen that fuck it up, but like you know, spraying might get nerfed and the cock version's nerfed, but
No, I'm just thinking like, well, let's say like the nerf like all corpses, and like how corpses work. That would still count as like a DD nerf in my mind.
yeah. I mean that's the
But
nerf
like if
that
they
needs to
nerf
happen.
cock spraying, I don't give a shit, man. Like if they can nerf a spraying cock, and that wouldn't count at all.
Yeah.
I think this is a freebie.
All
Okay,
right.
I want this board though, not just be prediction. I think this is a mix of wish list and prediction. It's like a hybrid.
Biggest wish list, 100%, is T17s to not require 200 source per.
So, but I don't. Would you write it just as broad as like T17 rework or what?
T17 rolling fixed? I don't really know. It's kind of hard to fit. Like it's like 3 words max, right?
Okay, fine. T17 rework. That one's actually a freebie though. There's no way this doesn't get fucking changed.
Yeah.
I don't think
Say
the
how
wanted
bad.
most was 3-month leagues back. I thought that's what you said.
Oh yeah, I did say that. That too.
Okay, I have one. Tell me if you think it's hope or just obvious genius and it's right. Assassin finally gets the ruthless note in the base game.
I think Assassin's like really good right now, man. I don't know.
I think so. I think the first 20 hours of Assassin, it's like a top 20 ascendancy easily.
Even like late game, it just. Maybe just.
Oh right, you
DD.
played Cock DD, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the character right now. Like it's like, it's pretty big damn. The whole perfect agony plus dot cap setup is like really interesting.
Yeah, it's like pretty nice. I think the crit reduction rares were like just fucking everything up, right?
Yeah, and it's still fine on this one. Like this build can do like poison immune, it can do crit immune, it can do everything. So it's so split.
I think that Gladiator gets fucking like changed finally. I think it's about time.
I don't even know if they could change Gladiator to make it good for bleed.
If you had to change one of Bleed or Gladiator, which one would you go for? Like to target?
Bleed. For sure. I think Glad has 3 good nodes, and the only node that really sucks is the one like leading up to pops. But like, if you like charges and pops, that's 2 insane nodes already. And then the rest is kind of mediocre. Yes, I think it's.
Charges is so anti-synergy with fucking Bleed though.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about how it works mechanically. Like the power is really good, but like you have these stance aura, and they don't work with bleed. Like the stance auras are dog shit. So like if the stance auras were better, it wouldn't feel as bad. Or if the way you got charges was different, there's definitely a lot of things they could do to improve it. Like I think bleed is so dog shit, and then snipe is so OP. It's really weird.
I want to see a poison nerf.
Another
like,
one.
Another one.
So fucking strong. It's still strong, man. Like,
what are you thinking? Like
maybe
duration, damage, temp chains, wither.
I mean, the thing that would make most sense to me is just temp chains not applying to poison, probably. Like that's always been kind of weird to me. I get it. It makes sense, I guess. But they could just change how that interaction is. I don't know about Wither. I kind of like Wither because like fascinating poison is already like low toll, but it's strong is like really fucking strong. And I think it's still pretty good.
And like Chaos Dot's dog shit. Chaos hit-based builds are only good with like original send, so probably don't want to nerf Wither.
The number one nerf that I want actually outside of corpses, I want Bone Shatter to get nerfed, man. I fucking hate that skill.
You're crazy. What do you mean? Bone Shatter?
Maybe I mean
You
like
just hate Karn.
melee nerf. I don't hate Karn.
I feel this is targeted harassment. I'm reporting you. One thing I've wanted for a long time is glancing blows to not be cringe. But I feel like suppression being created kind of removed that possibility. I feel like what I wanted glancing to be was kind of like what suppression is. But there's too many mechanics that make it impossible to do that. Like, have you ever been on a Templar and been like, I'm gonna spec glancing for defense? When you didn't already have an Aegis or some shit?
Well, we used to play around the shield. I remember Expedition, like, the first time I ever played HC, I tried to craft, like, the 5% shield with glancing.
I think that was pre-glancing nerf, right?
It might have been.
Yeah, like, before it got nerfed, it was a pretty solid point to take, but ever since the nerf, it's just, like, it's just hopeless.
I like that one. Glancing blows, D-cringe.
D-cringe.
No, right buff. I don't think D-cringe is acceptable. Oh, I want Spellslinger to get reworked.
Yes, dude, Spellslinger to... I mean, how would they even do that? Would it have to, like, not reserve?
I think it add in a unique for Spellslinger. It's probably not the best way to do it, but, I showed you my unique to reshoot, right?
You mean, like, the Herald chest, where it's, like, capped reservation for the Heralds?
I don't like that, but, I don't know if you can see this right now. I don't know what you're doing right now, but...
I'm just happy your stream open.
Yeah. It's called Aura Ring Thing, dude.
Aura Ring Thing?
Blast Siphoner. Is it good for the game?
Blast Siphoner should have an air horn tied to it that just, like, loops repeatedly.
Okay, Blast Siphoner...
Sound effect, yes.
Visual clarity. Visual...
I don't know if this one matters for anyone except for, like, fucking hardcore delve. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but it's, like, super limiting, you know? Because that is what you die to. Like, it's... I died to it twice, man.
Same.
I'm tired of it. Rutu 1 week ban.
Yeah. Well, I think that should go in the middle, right? I mean, come on. It's Rue. Spell suppression removed.
Really?
Sir.
I would like the game to be balanced around no suppression, but... And I miss the days of spell dodge more.
I mean, dodge was probably kind of bad for the game if you just think about the actual value you got for, like, those 5 points. Like, it was so much value.
Yeah, quick and accurate.
And I had to do it. But, like, what suppression has done to gearing is just atrocious. I hate it.
But isn't it more ridiculous thing about, like, how hard will it fucking be to, like, walk into any of the fights with the suppress right now? It's like...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, removing it would require rebalancing pretty much every single thing they've created since they created it.
Yeah.
Which is, that was always bound to happen. Like, as soon as they designed suppression, everything new is like, oh, look at that, it does double damage. Fucking Act 1 goats explode for 4,000, like, just the dumbest shit ever. But, like, if they want armor to, you know, come from your gear, I'm sure they would want you to just not get suppression, but that's not how the game works. It's in the game, you have to use it if you want your build to be as strong as possible. So you're never going to wear, like, pure armor bases.
I mean, no, there's so much rebalancing that needs to be done, and there's no left-sided equivalent of suppression other than like being a juggernaut, right?
I mean, a huge problem with it is just because, like, they wanted it to be clearly different than resist, so they made it like a chance system instead of just damage reduction. But if you didn't have to be capped to get some guaranteed value from it, it would feel a lot better, I think.
Yeah, but then it'd be like much more powerful at lower values, and then like. You know, some builds become way stronger, like, way too quick, probably. Like, anything left-sided, like, it's, like, a little bit suppressed, or, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think we're all thinking from HD lens, right? Because in softcore, it's like, fuck it, man.
I mean, in softcore, it's in softcore, it doesn't just one-shot it from off-screen and we're ahead of it. What are you doing? Like, deep doesn't fucking matter.
I guess this is a me problem, it's a skill issue, but I want them to make it so that I don't want to click Eldritch Battery on every single topside tree.
That's just a Divine Blessing change, right? I think that's the core reason why you always go EB, is Divine Blessing.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is, like, doing, like, that's basically just a giant global nerf to, like, 90% of characters. There wouldn't be any, like, competition to that, right?
I've been thinking more about it. Like, with the last build I played was no deep. I could have gone, like, EDM OM on the last character, but I decided not to. It felt, like, good in a lot of ways. I think as long as flat auras or flat reservation isn't really present in the game, then things like DB are really strong.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like DB was, it kind of was just like a failure because the purpose of it was for, like, builds that can't reserve. Like, that was the idea. It was like it's like an Archmage thing, and then it's just like every build in the game uses it. I mean, for actual, like, mana builds, the way Eternal Blessing works, right, is like you can't use, like, Clarity plus D-Term, right? If you're using Eternal,
Yeah.
But like with Divine, you could for like an Archmage build. Like that was kind of how I thought that gem was supposed to be used, and then it's just like law life tap into EV. But we've had it for so long that like everyone's used to it.
How's Archmage for you?
Archmage, I didn't actually try it this league at all. I still just don't like the defense of it. I think Maniforged Arrows though probably needs to get should be changed a little bit. It's just like Maniforged Arrows just has a nice little like built-in 4,000% more damage multiplier. It's like, you know, maybe that's a little weird.
Is it okay when there's no Indigon?
I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Mana Stones to know if it's another way to scale cost effect other than Indigon. I think it requires the combo. But like
yeah,
the combo is
okay
game
without it. I don't know. I think Maniforged like bows are kind of weak, man. Like not like weak as in needs buffs, but when I was looking back at Havoc's like Deadeye runs, when he's playing a lot of Maniforged, like half the time it doesn't even target the boss. The targeting range on that shit is actually tiny.
It's pretty mediocre when it's being used for its intended purposes. It's just like, you know, that combination kind of is insane. I mean, like, you can always include the standard buff that's on every single one of these where it's like, you know, actually numerically buff skills that are just undertuned, but they don't do that anymore, so I don't know if there's a reason to ask for it.
Yo, they really they did though. They like what else was the cleave buff? I know we meme on it, but like what else is that buff supposed to be?
Which cleave buff?
The fucking radius one, man. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I mean that was just a I don't fucking know. It was a bit.
Okay, Adorned. Removed.
Adorned?
Sub 100.
No, not my Adorned.
Same.
Please no.
You like Adorned?
Adorned adds so much extra time you can grind upgrades in Trade League.
Dude, pushing for rank 1 arena adds so much extra time to the amount of League of Legends we could play.
I agree, let's
do
it. Okay. It's not ideal that like all of the upgrades from endgame just come from bestiary. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but like Adorned min-maxing like genuinely is it was fun. I enjoyed it. It probably shouldn't work on Scent Opposites though, or Corruption Opposites. Probably shouldn't.
That part is like, I don't know. I think it's okay to have a super high ceiling. I just think like, my vision for Adorned was like, I thought that when I saw it, it'd be good for things that have very few ways to scale. You know, like Righteous Fire or some shit. But like the fact that like spellcaster multi builds, like crit spellcasters that can scale like spell damage, you know, proj count, crit chance, crit multi, like cast speed, whatever the fuck. Still want to go for Adorned. I think it's like numerically too strong if that's happening.
Yeah.
Or they can just remove beast crafting. Like,
numerically, it is really insane, but also it's one of those things where it's really insane at absurd budget. Like the enemy of my character, every jewel was like close to 100 divines. Like every single jewel was. You know, it's like things probably can be good when they're that expensive.
yeah, I guess Armor Stacker doesn't go Adorned. So okay, I'm gonna go for the alternative then, which is
I've saved Adorned. I've saved it.
Added to crafting bench, menagerie crafting.
Yeah, but 150 Adorns. I paid 2.5 mirrors for my 150 Adorned. Like,
what's the Q wall there?
Those are expensive as fuck.
Like,
this league was the first league where I like reached out that kind of crafting, where I actually spent like a full week just farming beasts and doing beast stuff. And it's good that it exists, but all those things being locked into one system, it's kind of Definitely gotta find some more buff angles. There's one thing that I really wish they would do, but it's like it's hard to fit into one bingo square. You notice the problem where like if you don't use lead mechanics in the early game, you just don't have enough currency to like play the game at all.
Like, roll maps and shit, run Aku.
Yeah, like, you can't roll your maps, you can't like fucking fix your sockets, you can't do like anything. It would be like a total like redesign of how currency works basically. How the jobs work at least. Delete Soul Eater. By delete, I mean cap Soul Eater's damage reduction at like 50% and not 90%.
They're not just Soul Eater. They just adjusted Soul Eater, dude.
It's still fucking dog shit.
I think that, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but wait, what's the last one? Is currency adjustment thing? I don't know. I think like they have a lot of league mechanics in the game. I think they just see that as the crutch, dude. I think they just see that like that's just gonna be what it is.
There's like 5 different band-aids that exist now. I still, that's one thing that I really just I still bitch about for Archmage all the time. It's just like the difference in like monster defense between like a normal rare and one that just happened to roll like the wrong 2 modifiers is 50x more HP. that's such an insane number to me, and it's real bad. Crit resistant, Soul Eater, like the last two like fucking bastions of misery.
Yeah, but you'll get Monkey Pod if you're trying to just that, like for sure.
You'll get what?
Because Monkey Pod, like if you're like, oh, I want rares to be more consistent. It's like, okay, now every rare is 25 times tankier.
Yep,
like,
they're all massive.
What do you mean plus 1 week?
It's +3 now, dude.
It's
It's +3. What's up, bro?
T16s drop Uber frags? That doesn't make sense either.
What if the boss?
You have to understand why they made it, right?
Like, why can't
Because
Maven just drop Uber Maven?
Because T16s were
You
supposed
would
to drop.
I would hate that.
Fighting like fucking normal Shaper 5 times if I Uber Shaper once. Like that would be the most mind-numbing thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hear me out. What if Shaper got reworked as well, dude? Holy fuck.
Yes, how about we just remove the concept of Ubers? It should have been just baseline updates due to power creep.
That's what I said. Dude, everyone said that was a toxic elitist mentality, and I totally.
And they're
agree.
bad.
Fucking barrel farming and shit.
Yeah, the barrel hit's real bad. But also, what's terrible is the revenants in T17s. We can't get rid of them anymore with Allflames, and they're so bullshit.
Dude,
They're fixing that for sure. There's no way they're letting that shit stay in the game.
That's it staying. Hopefully, tattoos actually go properly core. I think they're going to because like they did a bunch of balance changes to them and then put them on, you know, the Allflames. I think they're gonna go core.
Okay, I have two big ones. Okay, two like generalist ones. The first is 8 scarab slots.
Oh shit! I didn't realize you put the lead normal bosses on the board.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Like I firmly like believe that, but also that's gonna get flamed so hard. I love it.
I don't care. Listen, I'm gonna get bullied regardless, dude. If I want to get bullied, I want it for being an elitist.
Amen, brother.
What? Ben, did you not have fun mapping last league? I thought mapping was
I had
pretty
fun mapping. I clicked probably close to 500,000 Chaos Orbs this league, and that is dog shit.
Does it have 1 million?
Probably. I just made it up, probably.
500,000 Chaos Orbs.
Yeah,
I mean, I
can see it.
I did a lot of those runs with what's that Allflame that drops nothing but chaos. I did a lot of those.
No
runs
way!
Why would you ever run those? That's your own
Yo!
fault. Don't do that.
Fun.
Sell that to the poors. That's not for us, man.
What the fuck, dude? I ran 2 of those and they were both in SSF. You're out of your mind, man.
Yeah, I just thought they were kind of fun. I was just sitting there, just chilling, watching some TV, clicking some chaos while watching some fucking sports. It was kind of dope. I don't know, man. It's definitely not for on-stream content, but off-stream, and you're just chilling. It's like you do a map instead of going in a trade site and trading.
Yeah.
So instead of trading like 5 divines, you just trade in like you just do 1 map and you get that same amount of chaos. It's like the same amount.
If you have everything for it, if you have like the Allflames set up too, like you're probably also consuming a bunch of shit. You know, just go do the trade. It's like 30 seconds.
I don't know. It's like okay. Glancing Blow definitely needs a buff though. That shit is poo poo.
Yo, synth items come from synth content.
Nice.
I have that on my board too.
That one's way too out there. I feel like there's no way.
I have one that's out there, and then everyone told me I was crazy.
All right. I mean, we already think you're crazy. Just fucking.
No, I'm not crazy. Guys, am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right?
Plus 4 weeks.
I think because they rework scarabs and there's like 500 scarabs, they should give the fragment tab to every single PoE player because it's literally a storage nightmare.
Wait, that was your suggestion? Is that the suggestion?
Dude, it's not like when fragment tab came out, it was a matter of convenience, right? Now it's more of a necessity than a convenience. Dude, there's like 5 billion scarabs. And like, look at how many things that tab holds.
You know when they say like one person has set back race relations by like 100 years, or like, you know, someone has set back fucking, you know, feminism by like 100 years, some shit? I think Manny has set back that agenda by like 10 leagues. By doing a stupid fucking no stash all Ubers run. I think they'll just use that. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, he did that. You guys are both aware that he did that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how they nerfed Spellslinger in 3.15? And they
Yeah,
said,
that was your fault.
"Yep." Did they just pick one random thing and they'll just fucking say like, "You know what? Good enough, dude. We have evidence. It's too strong." Not gonna happen, dude. I can give you
Who's trying to rob fucking Gladiator games out of their money?
They made us all buy fucking 5 to 10 quad tabs just to play with this league mechanic, man.
Yep, I have like 30 of them now. It's sick.
Same.
I have way too many.
Same.
How many do I actually have?
Everyone says Adorned nerf. I don't know. I get why you like it, Ben, but I just can't.
5, 6, 7.
I hate when all the builds kind of look
like,
kind of homogenized.
Bows don't use it, and like fucking Armor Striker doesn't use it. I don't know. Sounds balanced to me.
Here, I explained this the best I could when it came to Adorned. Adorned is good for the game because the passive tree is inherently imbalanced for like 99% of the builds out there. You have bow builds who have all their freaking nodes in one slot of the tree where they don't have to travel at all and just get all of this damage, right? Where like all
31 quad tabs.
They have to spread out all over the tree and travel to the fucking moon. And Adorn lets you skip that and lets you just like play whatever you want and travel in the same way as efficiently as possible, right? And I don't think bad placement on the tree should punish like all of these builds.
Yeah, like in the same way that clusters can count for like not builds that are so
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think Adorn is bad, then you think clusters are bad because they're essentially the same thing. They do essentially the same thing.
I think clusters are kind of crazy.
I can build chaos back.
I mean, I would want to full Betrayal, like just revert. Honestly, I fucking hate what they did to Betrayal.
Yeah, what if it was like Veiled Chaos drops from the safe houses, you know, like the same way Paradoxica does, and then Veiled Orb drops from Katarina. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it'd be fine. I just Veiled Chaos Orb and Veiled Exalted Orb. Like, I feel like the only thing people wanted was when you do Ashling 4, a Veiled Exalted Orb comes out of her chest. That's it. That's the only thing people wanted. And it's like, instead the entire fucking system got changed, and now it sucks bad.
I think like when they see something as like, say like something's like not tradable to tradable, the change is like double the power. But if they change something from like tradable to like conveniently tradable, it's like times 100, you know?
Why'd you put Bone Shatter nerf?
Because he hates Karn. It's targeted harassment.
That's not cool, bro.
How many leagues in a row has Karn said that Bone Shatter is the best build?
Listen.
6.
You know Karn went to ExileCon, right? He made just as many connections. So if you target Karn and he makes a phone call, you're getting a week.
Yeah, I have one for you here as well, dude. I got you.
What's wrong with Frostblow? I see.
You didn't put the number one thing. Fix fucking mana. Mana's the biggest piece of shit in the world right now. Like, nothing works. You can't even, like, play any game without any build without ED.
It was this one is kind of like in relation to that. I don't know though. Like they did the Archmage buffs, right? That was part of their solution there. And then like my last build was life tapping everything. I don't know.
Some spells are kind of bricked. Like a lot of the trickster builds do the thing with like Dreamer, the Mastery, and like the Molten Faith, because when you look at a spell that costs 124 mana and that you're casting it 8 times a second, it's like you can't really fix that without making it free. Which also is why I hate Archmage. I feel like mana recovery is just too hard to come by if you're not an instant leech mana forge attack-based build.
I said they should remove mana regeneration on rings and amulets and make flat mana regeneration according to life regeneration on those slots. Then at least you have some way of getting mana regeneration for those builds. Because mana regeneration is like the most worthless slot when you don't have like mana investment.
The problem is the base value. Like the base value is like 0.75% per second or something. It's such a small number, and I think the only way to modify the base is like float, right?
Yeah, it gives the 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean Hierophant.
Does Hierophant have percent? Like base recovery?
For totem.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totems, yeah.
These last two slots, dude, I can't fucking do it. I'm gonna look again. Inspo.
I think
I'll link you what I put on my card.
The remove normal bosses probably should get deleted. That no one's gonna agree with that. It's like
I'm keeping that there. That's my #1 favorite one. Whoa, what are these, dude?
I think they're pretty good.
That wants to nerf melee? What the fuck?
No, I want
what's
the
buff melee?
flat reduced and the attack speed base increased, so you're more agile when you're playing melee.
Brew
so
wants
it
to
feels
nerf
better.
melee plus 1 week.
That's a buff. That's literally a buff.
Do you remember when you play like Molten Strike at level 1? It's like the most unplayable shit in the world, dude. Wait, you want Hinakoras to be buffed? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Wait, these things are actually
What?
insane. What does this even mean? Multi-totem support drops all support totems.
I
That's
want
the
multi-totem
most-
support to drop all your totems at once.
Yeah,
So you don't have to press 2 different totems.
the worst. Just fucking remove the buffs, bro. They're stupid, man. No one wants that shit.
Then you would have to buff every
Why does
single
he
melee
want
skill.
this?
That's so much work.
Magic Find deletion. Dude, you're...
Make
good.
useless T0s,
Best thing they
T3s.
I
could
don't
ever do for the game.
disagree,
Delete
but,
Magic
like,
Find.
I think it's the right thing. That's never gonna happen, man. Merc Lab buff to... Oh, okay. I don't know what you meant. I was like, why do you want a Zara to be twice as strong? You need to work on your writing skills, man.
No. Hey, Merc Lab needs a buff because they put all these gems in, and then people don't want to run Merc Lab for like 8 hours to get their gem.
Yeah, it's based.
It's only gonna get worse as they have more gems too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
I like that one.
You need a pre-buff. Wow, she's stealing Merc Lab buffs.
I'm taking
He's
that one.
stealing the
Oh,
Merc
no.
Lab buffs. Oh no.
Yoink. But nothing
I
else.
know.
Everything else is bad.
Well, DD nerf is wait, do you want only DD chain
Yeah.
reaction?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
He's out of his goddamn mind.
Idiot.
I'm okay with DD, dude. I'm okay with it. I don't think it's really that bad. Like after like 3 days in SC trade, no one plays DD because that shit is freaking a pain in the ass to play and it doesn't scale for shit. I'm okay with
that's
it.
fair.
Like,
You know the
Like, if you
game
want
is
not
more than
gapping.
that, right? The first 3 days of a league do matter, right? You know?
Yeah, and it's not like you can't play another build and not be successful if you're not playing DD. Especially in SC trade, you have so many choices.
In SD trade, you can log on with fucking hit-based bear trap and clear the game. That doesn't matter, man. That's not a good metric for it, you know? It's just like, would you feel bad about playing something that's half as strong or 1/3 as strong, right? It's like, you can say comparison is a thief of joy and say that derisively, but you can also accept that, hey, you know, maybe it's okay to balance things, you know? I don't know. Is it so bad
I think
to just
DD's
want to balance
balanced.
things? Holy shit! What?
Balanced. Yep. Triggering DD is not balanced. Like, remove Arcanist brand from freaking triggering Desecrate and DD from Arcanist brand and remove it from the triggering from, like, cast on crit and all of that, and it's perfectly fine. Those are the only 2 things that are broken.
How
Why
many
is
more
he
times
buying this
does
utmost
a
to send
random
the standard?
average PoE player need to clear the entire game on only blue gear? Like an average PoE player.
Watch him go straight
You
to
know,
the
just-
coast.
They keep on doing it.
If GGG nerfs DD, they're gonna lose like 100 grand next month or next league on MTX sales.
Bro, you're trying
They
to give
wanna, like-
free fragment tabs. You can't appeal to their fucking financial situation.
Yo, what the
Free
fuck?
fragment tabs, Ben, is like, think about it. In the like the 80s, the crack dealers gave out free crack, right? Like to get people hooked. First, they need to get them hooked onto the convenience of PoE with a free fragment tab, like crack, and then people will buy the other tabs because they're like, this is so convenient.
Dude, crack cocaine
Like
is not
currency.
a gateway drug, dude.
Yeah,
It's like
it
the
is.
end of the
PoE
line,
is
bro.
a gateway drug. You need it. Like, a lot of people who quit PoE, right, quit in like the early acts. Once you get up on the game, then you're like hooked, right?
How do you need a fragment
It's the
tab in the
same
early
thing.
acts? Also, I'm weak.
What if it's just you just give all the baseline tab? You just got currency, fragment, and tab. Just do it like
You
that.
can
You
get
might as well just
everything
fucking
out for
have
free.
it. Holy shit, dude. Do you have ribs, man? Do you? You're sucking yourself off so much, man. Holy
I'm
shit.
just saying.
I
It
stopped
is.
listening to them for like a minute, and
Never mind. Okay,
what
you know
the-
what?
No, I think you're right. I think Archmage matters.
Where's
What
Ben?
just
Ben,
happened?
help.
Pain. Buff slams.
I think every single
Minion
league they bitch and moan. They bitch and moan every single league, like, oh, minions are so weak. And every single league, minions are like OP. There's like some crazy OP Spectre. Fucking animate weapon is like overtuned as shit. Blink arrow, Miro, overtuned every single time. SRS gets nerfed, still OP. Like, I don't know. And there's always bugs. There's always some bug Spectre shit. Every single fucking league. So, they're just removed from the game. Did we lose anything?
Look, right now, Spectres are viable. Animate weapon is viable. Holy relic is viable. Like, there's like spiders are viable. They have like so many viable builds within minions, and I don't know why they're even crying.
Because like you're misunderstanding what they want. Like, if the skill isn't top tier, then it's bad. Like that's just how minion players see their skills.
Yeah, but all their builds are like, I put a 12 minion cluster on my build, and then freaking go mirror Gazzy's helm. Like, their builds are not creative. Like, if you want a good build, you have to go make it. You can't just put a mirror helmet and put some 12 passive clusters on every single build and expect it to be fucking good.
Also weak.